NERDSoul.
Oh yeah, lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and let's go because we got Ghostbusters trailers dropping. That's what I'm talking about. I was actually in a conversation last week. I was talking to Lady Lisa. I said, you know what? We within about 60 days or so of the movie dropping, we should be getting another trailer. But I was thinking we were going to get another trailer for Super Bowl, because Super Bowl is like next week or whatever. So I'm figuring, you know what, we're going to get one next week. It's Super Bowl, that's when it's going to drop. But guess what? Sony said, look, we got to get y'all hyped. Sony said, look, man, it's going to be a minute till we get to the next Spider-Verse, so this is all we got. I know somebody going to be like, what about Madam Web? You know what? Madam Web doesn't look bad for like a CW show. So like I'm not against Madam Web. It isn't the direction I want to went with, but you know, whatever. Don't worry about that. We talking about Ghostbusters right now. So I want to give a shout out to everybody who supports. Someone from the Patreon hit me up. So I just want to say thank you. Shout out to y'all. If you gave a penny, you gave $1, you gave $1 million, whatever you done gave, thank you. Also, you know what I'm saying, liking and commenting, all that. Much love to y'all. So let's talk about Ghostbusters, right? When the trailer opens up, we got Peck. And I'm going, you know what? I'm going to give Peck a little bit, like a little baby bit. I'm going to give Peck a little bit of love. All right, just a little bit. Okay, so I don't want y'all to get mad at me, but I'm gonna give him a little love. All right, so look at Peck's perspective. All right, so this is this government dude. He works for the city or whatever. I think. What do you work for? Do you work for like the health department or whatever? I can't remember what he worked for. He worked for like the EPA or something. He worked for somebody. All right, FDA, EPA, health something, health services, CPS, something like that. So all right, so he worked for them. And from his perspective, he's like, yo, man, look, they talk about all these ghosts, but like ghosts don't show up till they do. You know, he thinking they charlatans. I mean, he even calls them hacks. He said, I've been waiting 40 years for this. You know he hate the Ghostbusters when he be waiting 40 years for that joint. And then, of course, here's the thing, man. He pulls him into his office. I guess he been climbing that corporate ladder. I don't know if he's the mayor, because the office he ain't got the big flag. So maybe he's the mayor at this time. But anyway, he's got a point. There's no eyewitnesses because he's like, they say they saved the world, but there ain't no eyewitnesses because there was only people up there. All they saw, people on the ground just saw lights and chyrons and flashing and some fireworks. That's it. So to his credit, technically there aren't any eyewitnesses outside of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, did we do it? Yeah, we did it. It's like, well, who can say you did it? Us. So I mean, you know, we don't like Peck, but imagine you got the job. You know what I'm saying? You're pushing papers, and then you hear about these guys running around in gray jumpsuits, shooting stuff, blowing things up. There's a couple of people that they actually help that's like, yeah, man, I had a ghost. And you like, they had a ghost? Really, it was a ghost? Like, you know, and I mean, of course, without them showing you a ghost, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? But with that said, remember they said the walls in the 43rd precinct were bleeding. So I mean, they did see, like, people did see stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I guess you could say on the other hand, homie just hate. Cause like, or maybe he's one of those people that magically, literally didn't see no ghost stuff when all that stuff was happening in the first movie and in the second movie, man. Remember in the second movie, the whole museum, like the science museum? It was an art museum. The art museum filled up with all that, you know, come on, man. It's mad slime everywhere. Unless he's saying like they did the slime to make, you know what I'm saying, maybe. But I mean, yo, the Statue of Liberty walked down the street, bro. Come on, bro. Like, Peck just trying not to see things now. All right? He's just trying not to see. But regardless of the ghost, he's got a point, man. You got a kid hanging out the side of a car shooting guns. I mean, all right, for us, we like, it's cool, right? We like, oh, snap, that's cool. But in his defense, Yo, man, you can't have kids hanging out the side of a car shooting lasers. All right, it's not safe. It won't safe when you was out in that small town of like I don't know 1,000 people or whatever. It was a little town. Now you in the middle of New York City with tons of buildings that can fall on people and cars and pedestrians everywhere. You can't just be flying through the street. Have you seen how bikers be riding? Not motorcyclists, but bicyclists, or bicyclists, cyclists, whatever. Do you see people on bikes? How they be in New York? Man, you won't mess around, kill somebody driving like that. Cause them people on them bikes do not be caring. They be riding around like they ain't got no sense. They be riding around like they the street is for them. But that's a whole other thing. Don't get me started. Look, the point is, he's kind of got a point. We want the Ghostbusters to win. I'm on their side. But the dude does have a point by being like, yo, y'all ain't got no proof. And on top of having no proof, like, y'all just running rampant through this joint. Y'all ain't got no oversight. Y'all answer to nobody. So, but I also did when Paul Rudd was like, I object. That's overruled. And then homie was like, sustained. So the Peck I kind of see where you're coming from, but look, man, you gotta stop the ghost, man. Sometimes you gotta get wild to stop the ghost. Like, remember in Bad Boys 2 when they was doing all that stuff on the highway? There was cars crashing and flying all over the place. Like, yeah, it's crazy, but that's how they had to stop the bad guys, man. It wasn't even their fault. Like, I mean, honestly, Marcus Burnett was at a family barbecue, but we gonna skip that. We ain't gonna talk about that now. I do like how they place, I guess, Ray in this. Because you got Kumail Nanjiani's character coming in. It's like, hey, yo, you the old dude that be buying stuff? Because it's been years. So it's not like they're known as these famed Ghostbusters that like, oh, we all love you. You know what I'm saying? They're just like, yo, man, you the old dude with the weird bookstore. And I hate to say it, that would kind of be the way I would refer to him. I'd be like, oh, that's the weird bookstore. Don't go in there. It's crazy stuff. He's weird devil stuff in there or something. I don't know. I don't trust that man. You know what I'm saying? Until you have something weird to sell, be like, man, a regular pawn shop won't take this. You know that weird guy will probably buy this. Cause he said, are you the weird guy that buys strange old things? And he was like, yep. He was like, that's me. So, man, everything about this, I'm digging. From bringing the old cast in, from referencing old stuff, getting a new spin on the technology and stuff. I am all in on this movie. And even seeing that we can have old characters that want to get back in the saddle. We went through, I'll talk more about the trailer in a second, but we went through a moment in Hollywood history where the old guy didn't want to do anything. And I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not for me. Like, so for instance, you have the young person coming in. It's kind of like maybe a soft reboot. The young person comes in. They go to the old guy or the old lady that used to be the one that was doing the thing. And they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't take it. Oh, I hate this stuff. And they're just like super grumpy. And it's cool to see a franchise where they go to the older people and they're like, oh man, this is happening again. All right, I guess I got to do what I got to do. Like they're not like, they don't hate their responsibility. They're like, yo, man, I guess, I got to put some Bengay on these knees and do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know people might not like this, but in Terminator Dark Fate, say what you want, but Sarah Connor, she did her thing. Sarah Connor said, hey, look, I ain't going to sleep on the job. All right, she stayed, look, she was what was Nick Fury, the man on the wall? Like she made sure she stayed there year after year, like, hey, whenever something happened, I'm gonna be there with bullets, all right, because I gotta do what I got to do. So back to this, when he brings up this whole weird ball looking thing, of course people are like, well, what's inside of it? Whoa, before we go start doing what's inside it, let's do a little research first. That's y'all problem. Y'all always want to be like, oh, well, let's open it up. No, let's not open it up yet. Let's see if we can get some research going before we start putting in some spectrometer or whatever that was. They put it in a box and start putting, I don't know, zeta rays in it or something. I don't know. Whatever they was doing. They was doing some pseudoscience stuff that you need to first do a little research. All right? Because Patton Oswalt, first thing, I'm not hugely sold on him, but since he's here, I gotta deal with it. But my thing is this: stop messing with stuff before you read up on the stuff. Alright? That's all I need y'all to do. I know y'all Ghostbusters, y'all gotta bust. But first, do some research. Study up. Alright, you get this little ball with all little writings on it and stuff. Be like, alright, cool. We got this little ball with the writing. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where this comes from. Let's question the guy that brought it in. Do you know where it came from? Do you know how you received it? Something like that. All right, before you just go all off crazy, putting stuff inside of little tubes and spectrometers and trying to open it, because you see the dude grabbed it and his hand froze up, probably broke his hand off. Who knows? I don't know. He might, or maybe they had to put it in warm water and warm his hand back up. I don't know, but he hurt himself. You want to know why he hurt himself? Because they did not take time to study. That's what I'm talking about. You got to be more careful. Now, when they finally do some research, you see your boy Ray talking about some parables tell of unimaginable evil, commanding an army of ghosts. See, if y'all would have read that first, then y'all would have been like, you know what? Let's not open this. Why don't we put this in a case of like cement and then surround that with like a case of like platinum or uranium, and then put that in another case of like chained up stuff, and then put this on a ship and shoot it into the moon. Like, that's what we need to, or put this deep in some kind of CIA black site where nobody gonna touch it. All right, like you got, or in the water so deep that you gotta be like Jacques Cousteau can't get this. All right, like you gotta put this deep in the water, like in the, what is the Marianas Trench? Put it down there. All right, and don't nobody touch it. All right, because see, now y'all done touched it. See what I'm saying? You touching stuff. Always look, the number one way to stop ghosts is by preventing the shenanigans that bring out the ghost. You know what I'm saying? We need to work on prevention. You know what I'm saying? I know we love busting ghosts, but see, we need to stop the ghosts before they start up. Like when the ghosts come up, be like, sit your butt right back down. And then the ghost be like, all right, man, hey, look, I was just trying to do my thing. All right, but stay there. See, that's what we need to do. See, we always reactionary. We need to be proactionary. Just let that word slide. We gonna roll with that. We gonna roll with that one. So we get the words about the second ice age and all that, and it's just bad from there. But on the flip, we get a lot of comedy in this trailer, so it looks like we're gonna get, like, you know, the scary, because I do hope they bring the scary. Like, I truly hope they bring the scary. But we get like the tall, dark, and horny comment from Peter. Of course, him talking about teasing Melnitz being in uniform. We get to see the new tech. We get to see like their relation with the new team. So you see them kind of working together, and you see it seems to be a pretty good vibe. Like there doesn't seem to be any animosity. Everyone seems to want to work together, which is something that I like. We got a brand new team, and we got an expanded team, and everybody is on the same page or same-ish page, and we're ready to go and stop the bad guys. We get a further shot of the frozen people in that, like, it looks like a, I don't know, like a dining room or something, and how all the ice like kind of like bursts into like little bits. So I was like, ooh, they did. Like they are not going to be in the next Ghostbusters movie. So that you could get that. Now, on to the shot that we get of the beach again, I do hope, and I know this sounds mean. This is for the horror side, y'all. Look, it's got to be. It's horror comedy. I hope a couple people end up on spikes. Now I know this. I know y'all gonna be like, Mike, you wrong. Come on, NERDSoul, this ain't right. But, bruh, it's mad spikes, man. There's no way everybody got out of there clean. We do get to see the library ghost again. I don't know why they ain't got the library ghost yet. Like, they should have been got that ghost, but we gonna let that slide. Then we got the little mini puffs again. The mini puffs, we need to just put them all in a little net and throw them in the containment unit or something. Because every time I turn around, here they come. All right, and they're just mischievous. We ain't got time for that. We really don't. We ain't got time for your mischievous ways. All right, we got things to do. And now I got to worry about y'all. We got big ghosts. We ain't worrying about little ghosts. We also get a shot of the ice kind of coming towards the firehouse again, and you see the ghost come through. We don't really have a name for that ghost, he or she, but we do see the tall, dark, and horny, and we see that I guess it kind of spits out the ice at it. We see the ghost that has the trap from I guess the drone trap, which is really cool. A new way to because ghosts always be trying to fly around, but you ain't gonna follow, you ain't get away from me now, baby. We got the drone trap on you. What you know about that? So I also do dig that. I dig seeing. Well, in a way, we get to see some action against our main villain, but then my girl get froze up. And once again, where is Bokeem? How did Bokeem let his daughter come all the way to New York without no kind of supervision? How did or maybe she's grown. Maybe she might be like, Dad, I'm 18, I'm grown. I do what I want to do. Now, look, what did you want to do to get froze, huh? Is that what you wanted? So don't get me started, because kids always be thinking they're grown. They don't be grown yet. I mean, they be grown, on the way to grown, but still, you need that guidance. I mean, shoot, I'm grown, but I still lean on my father for guidance sometimes. I'll call him up, be like, yo, Dad, what you think about this? You can't look, hey, and if you be like, yo, Dad, I want to go fight ghosts in New York, you be like, no, you stay your butt in this little town where it's safe, all right? Nice and safe and ghost free. All right, and I guess until the next time the ghosts come up from the little mining facility or something. But I guess I'll lead off with this, because we could talk about this all day, man. I love Ghostbusters. I've always loved Ghostbusters. So, lastly, I'm gonna talk about Slimer. Y'all know good and well, y'all should have been put Slimer in the trap long ago, but somehow, some way, y'all have figured out a way to not, in any way, shape, or form, control Slimer. I mean, you caught him. Why can't you catch him again? And then the dude just making trash everywhere. I mean, just eating up all the snacks. Look, I mean, there's some real life people like Slimer. Don't get me started. I mean, tear up your whole refrigerator and then don't want to pay nothing. But look, we ain't gonna talk about that. The issue here is, in the scene, it seems like they sit him in there on his own. Like, yo, Slimer in there, go get him. Because he walked in there with a trap, but he walked in timid. See, let me break it down with y'all. When y'all dealing with Slimer, let me break it down with y'all. Because see, Slimer don't know how to act, but he will respect authority if you walk in confidence. Alright? I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Alright? Same scene, you see the little rappers and stuff jumbling around. You know Slimer in there, because you know he like to eat and you know what he like. It's not a mound of vegetables. Alright? So you know who in there. You walk in there, you put your chest up. Put your chest up and out. Alright? Walk tall. You know what I'm saying? Walk in your purpose. Then when Slimer come out and he be like, with all them he got all them big teeth, you say, halt. You see that commercial that Crohn's be like, stop, Crohn's. Same thing. Be like, before you even get started. And then it's gonna surprise him. Because he used to scaring people. See, he used to rushing people. He used to all that. But see, when that don't work on you, he's gonna be thrown off. All right. So when you be like, stop it before you get started. We're tired of this. All right. I'm tired of cleaning up around you. You been acting like you ain't got no sense. You don't pay no bills in here. All right. So first thing I'm gonna need you to do is stop eating up all our food that you ain't pay for. Second, I'm gonna need you to clean all this and then jump your butt in this trap before I really get angry. Do you understand? And say yes, sir. When see, that's what you're supposed to do. All right, I'm just telling y'all. And then when you do, he gonna respect your authority. All right, you ain't gonna get slimed. I'm just letting you know what you need to do because slime is like a kid, man. And sometimes you gotta lay down the law. All right, most times kids be cool, but sometimes you gotta lay down the law and let them know, look, you don't pay no bills in here, you don't have no stay in here, you don't own no door to be slamming, and you ain't buy no food. So when you go up in this refrigerator, you best be respectful of how it got into the refrigerator. Don't be leaving one sip of orange juice. All right, make sure there is enough left. If I pick up this orange juice Slimer and that joint is weightless, you best believe you're going back in the trap. All right, you're going right back in the trap. So NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And until the next time that you have to, I guess, answer the Peck for riding through the streets and shooting laser guns all around, it's for me to you just saying, peace.